Let's study a bit more about the animate prop. Line number 11 here, this animation value can also be an array of numbers. So we can say 1.5, 2, and let me refresh the browser to show you the actual result of it. You see, it shrink first and then grow bigger. And we can also use null here in any of the element inside the array to represent that we want to start with the current value of that property. In this case, when the animation value is an array of numbers, it'll switch the animation to keyframe based, similar to keyframe animation in CSS. Therefore, the spring configuration no longer applies right here, so we can actually delete them. And by default, the keyframes are evenly distributed, but we can customize it with the times property. And its value is an array again. And the values inside the array are between 0 and 1. So we can say 0.a and 1. And let's look at the animation again to tell the difference. So every number here corresponds to a number inside this animation value. We can also make the animation repeat with the loop prop. So line number 14, if we say loop, and give it a number, say 3, it's going to loop 3 times and then stop. Or if we change it to infinity, it's going to loop it forever. Or we can actually use another one called yo-yo. It's going to loop the animation back and forth. So the animation target value here can be a number or an array, but it actually can be a lot more other stuff. Remember, we're animating HTML elements. So you can see here this value type, which can validate number, of course, and the strings contain this. This is exactly the same as what we have in HTML and CSS. And of course, colors and a complex string like this. It means that we can animate box shadow, for example. So those are supported value types for the animate prop. There's one more thing I want to add, and it's a mistake that many people have made when starting with Framer Motion, me included. It's right here in the code. Line number 8. Right now, we have the display of this div to be flex, but let's change it to block for now. In line number 9, we change this div to span. And now if we see the preview, if we refresh it, and there's actually no more animation, right? Let me refresh again. Make sure that you don't miss this, and there's no animation at all. Do you know why? The reason is that CSS transform doesn't work when display is inline. And that is a default display for span, right? So in order to fix that, we can actually add a style, line number 10. Make sure that display is either block or inline block. And here we go, the animation came back. Remember, we're animating HTML elements. All the rules of HTML still apply. So if you added animate prop but cannot see the animation, this is the first thing you want to check, whether the element is block or inline block. Interestingly, if we change the display of the parent div to flex or grid, the animation will still work, even if we switch the display back to inline. Line number 10, if we comment it out, we still see this animation, right? And again, the HTML CSS rules still apply here. When an item is inside a display flex, even if it is inline, the CSS transform still works there.